In this video, we're going to get ChatGPT to write my popular newsletter in under 5 minutes. I've been developing this process for 2 months, and in this video, I'll show you how to do it step by step. The best part of this is, once you learn this, you'll be able to pump out newsletters extremely fast. And in this video, I'm going to prove to you that this works. Because we're going to be sending the newsletter that we create in this video to my 10,000 subscribers. And to see what they think of the writing quality, I'm literally going to ask them. So make sure you stay till the end of this video, because we're going to see what my readers actually think about the AI writing quality. So if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me with the algorithm. And if you have any questions, drop a comment below and I'll answer them. Let's get started. Having ChatGPT write your newsletter will require you to complete 4 steps. The 4 steps are source, prompt, edit, and refine. Let's get into step 1, source. To have ChatGPT write your newsletter, you're going to need some source content. The source content could be pulled from what's already inside the brain of ChatGPT, or you could upload a PDF document or some other type of foundational information. Here's some examples of where you can find source content. If you have a health newsletter, you could try the National Library of Medicine. If you have an AI newsletter, try Archive. If you have a more generalized newsletter, try major news websites. In this example, I'm going to take a research article I personally wrote about nicotine gum. I wrote this on my own and compiled the research myself. So now that we have our source content picked out, let's move on to step 2, prompting. In this section, we need to create a prompt that gives ChatGPT the details it needs to write our newsletter effectively. Here's how to do this. First, create a template for how you want the ChatGPT generated article to flow. Here's my template. Second, tell ChatGPT, use this as a template, mainly the flow. Then, in brackets, paste the template article. The brackets let ChatGPT know where the article is in the prompt. Third, tell ChatGPT, put the below article in the template flow, use serious tone, don't be dramatic, be factual. Then, in brackets, paste the full article. Once you do this, sometimes ChatGPT will give you bullet points. If that happens, make sure you tell it, write it, don't give me a summary. This is important because it gets ChatGPT back on the right track. After about 20 seconds, we have the foundation for our newsletter. Now let's move on to step 3. Step 3 is editing. The key here is to take out filler words and tangents that confuse the narrative. We want to delete non-essential information and wordy language. We'll also want to add in hyperlinks and images to help make our newsletter more engaging. Then, once we finish that, we're going to want to move on to step 4, refine. This step is all about refinement. In other words, we'll want to gather feedback from our readers and iterate on our prompts and writing style to optimize for engagement. To do this, we'll want to add a reader satisfaction poll at the end of our newsletter. In this example, we're going to tell the audience that we're testing out a new writer and ask them how they did. We're trying to gauge if the readers are satisfied with this new writing style. Because AI can be polarizing, my expectation is that if I come right out and tell them that AI wrote this, it will trigger people emotionally to have either an intensely negative or positive reaction. Therefore, I'm just going to ask them what they think about this new writer. Cool. Now let's send it out and wait 24 hours for the feedback to start coming in. Okay, so it's been 24 hours. Let's hop in and see the results from our poll. You can see that 18 people responded to the poll. Typically, engagement on these polls is pretty low because I'm asking people to do me a favor and respond. So this is to be expected. We can see that the overwhelming response was that people thought that the writing was great. In this sidebar, we can get a little more depth into the responses. One reader said they thought it was well written. Another said it was repetitive. Next time, we'll want to cut down our newsletter even more and eliminate any repetitive language. This will increase our satisfaction rate even more. You can see how after a couple more weeks of refinement, I'll be able to completely automate this free newsletter. Okay, that's all for this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.